What's up, people? So, I'm in wonderful Bridgeport, Connecticut today, hanging out at home. And it's been a while since I posted anything up, so I figured I'd take this time to make a vlog style video and just kind of, go over like the first 3 months of ownership with my car and see, just kind of take you through a timeline of what I've done with the car. And I figured it'd be a good time while I'm here at home, just riding around, checking on some friends, family, and some family business, to do it while I'm at home in my hometown. Why not? The name is 203 E90. I got to do something in 203, right? Wouldn't it make sense? So yeah. So I'm here on the north end of Bridgeport, back in my old area, and just driving around. So I guess let's get into it. So I bought the car in June, late June. Here we are, it's September, so it's been about 3 months of ownership, and the car is great. It's running way better than I expected for the price that I got it for. I thought I was gonna have a bunch of issues, something was wrong with the car. Nope, guy just cut me a good deal. Car's perfect, interior's perfect, engine's perfect, everything else, I mean, small cosmetic stuff that we went over in other videos, but other than that, the price I paid is well worth it. But with that, I had a very detailed plan on what I wanted to do with the car and steps and orders I wanted to do it in. I stuck mostly to that, taking care of maintenance stuff first. So I started, actually the first thing I did was the muffler delete, which I'm sure you can hear. It's a little bit of cabin drone. I'm in third gear going about 35 uphill. So yeah, you can hear that. And then after that, I took care of some maintenance stuff. So I did the oil change. I bought my kit from FCP Euro, went with the Liqui Moly kit, did the Liqui Moly engine flush, and a couple other things. The windshield strip at the top, the weather stripping, that was deteriorating like it always does. So I bought that from FCP Euro. All the stuff is super reasonably priced. I think that weather strip was like 23 bucks. The oil change kit with everything you need was, I think, 67. But yeah, check it out. Everybody knows FCP Euro, that's where you go. So I did those things. I bought some Chemical Guys stuff to try out and kind of review. For the most part, I like it. I bought the Drought Buster kit so I can wash my car. It's the hoseless wash. Being in Brooklyn, I don't have access to a hose or all of that. Yeah, so that works really well when I can't get to a car wash or one of my friend's house, or somebody that has like a hose or whatever. So that works out really good. Their products are really good for the price. Yes, there are things out there that are better. Yes, there are things out there that are worse. But over time, I kind of figure out the best way to apply some of their products, like the cherry detail spray and all this other stuff, and the best ways to get the best results. So I can live with that, especially for the price. So next, I did some exterior modifications. So I ordered my OEM style front chin splitters, painted on Amazon for a stupid low price. I think it was like $130 painted. And then I also ordered a carbon fiber rear trunk lip spoiler. And that was kind of a gamble. It was $150 real carbon fiber. And I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. I didn't know if it was gonna be too much or too little. So far, I think it's great. It's not just a regular flat lip spoiler. It's actually got some contour to it, so it's pretty nice. So I can live with that for $150 until unless I switch up. So I won't be butthurt about buying something for $150 and changing it out later. I'll be okay. I can live with that. So I think that's pretty much for the outside. I really didn't do much to the outside. Wheels and suspension are next. So after that, I kind of started moving towards performance, I guess you could say. Yeah, we'll go with that. So I was gone for about a month doing some training, and I got the itch. I always wanted to throw dual cone intakes on this, even though I said I'm not buying twin turbo parts because I want to go single turbo. But yeah, that changed. I ended up buying the dual cone intakes from BMS. and the cowl filters to replace the cabin filters under the hood, because I'm under that engine. I'm taking the engine cover off a lot. I'm getting tired of taking everything out. So yeah, I just took it out and then put it back in and replaced it with the cowl filters. So that worked out quite nicely. So as you can hear, I have those filters on and they're loud. And they sound great. Oh my God. But they're almost too loud, but a fix for that is coming. So with the cowl filters, you hear a lot more engine noise, a lot more intake noise. And I did all this on the same day. So I don't know if it's the filters alone or removing that cabin filter that gave me all that sound. But either way, I love it. It's a great combination. And can't complain. So, I mean, those are cheap mods. And the only reason I really went with the intakes, because they are cheap. And when I first discovered these cars, the 335s, I was in college, and I saw a picture, and guy had two red air filters. And I'm like, who's ricing out a BMW? Why does he have two air filters? And then I found out it's twin turbo. They got two intake tracks, two filters. Thought that was pretty dope. And then when I realized it was twin turbo, I was like, oh, this thing might be fast. Started doing my research. Yes, they can be fast. So that was kind of like I don't want to say boyhood, because that was like 10 years ago. I was in college. I wasn't really a boy, somewhat of a young man. But that was a young man's dream come true, I guess you could say. Just fulfilling a small fantasy. I wanted to, just always pop my hood and see those intakes, see those two air filters. I don't think they do anything for performance, but it's just still cool to have. And the sound is amazing. So that's mainly why I did that. And while I was doing that, I ordered spark plugs and all new O2 sensors. And like an idiot, I forgot to get the thin wall socket, so I didn't put my spark plugs in that day. But I did attempt the O2 sensors. They're still in the trunk. It's difficult, man. Those things are in an odd place. So once again, I said I didn't want to do any twin turbo performance parts. And we'll get to a reason why I'm considering this a little bit later in the video. I might order downpipes, catless downpipes, just so I have a better reason to take those O2 sensors and downpipes out. Because I think it's just easier to take the downpipes out and remove them that way. So I'm thinking I might just order downpipes and put the new O2 sensors in the downpipe, get the O2 fixed, the hardware fixed, and just install new downpipes. I feel like it'd be worth my time if I'm actually gonna do that much work and spend that much time down there. So the O2 sensors didn't go in, and they still haven't gone in. Last week, I finally got around to ordering my thin wall socket for the spark plugs. Put the spark plugs in, car runs amazingly smooth. I gapped them to about 0.2. I see people going as low as 0.18, as high as 0.22. So I said I'll split the difference and go in the middle there. As far as, when I'm on the gas, there's absolutely no skips, no ignition problems, nothing. So spark plugs were a great update, and my gas mileage improved slightly. Because it was kind of confusing, because when I looked down at my instant MPG in the dash, it appears to be fairly low compared to what it used to be. But overall, in the trip computer, my gas mileage has improved. I was on the highways, I was getting, I think, like 25.2, and that went up a little bit to like 25.8. So not a huge improvement, but sheesh. On a 335, if you guys own one, you understand how bad gas mileage is, but you really don't care. You got a twin turbo Autobahn rocket, so you really don't care about that gas mileage. And I think that's pretty much it for everything right now. Trying to think if I forgot anything, because the car has been great. Oh, I did forget two very, very important things. So after I did the intake install and everything, I was actually at my parents' house in South Carolina, and I just decided to ask my dad if he had an old phone, an old Android phone. He was like, yeah, here. Gave me a Galaxy S4 or S5 or something, whatever. It works. And I proceeded to purchase my MHD tunes. And I got the stage 1 installed right now, because the only parts I got is intake. So I got the stage 1 installed right now, and it is night and day. I was thinking my car was kind of messed up when it was in stock form until I did a little friendly run against one of my friends who just bought a N55, and when I beat him, I felt a lot better. Stock on stock, I felt a lot better. So I threw that tune on after I did the intakes and everything, rode around for about 50, 60 miles, and then I finally got to play with it, and just hearing the difference. Not even talking about feeling the difference, hearing the difference in how loud that intake was pulling and how aggressive that blow off was from the increased boost was crazy. Now the seat feel, how when it was stock, you hit it and it throws you back in your seat, but now you hit it and it throws you in your seat and it keeps sucking you back all the way to red line. It was a crazy feeling. I'm kind of used to it now, but still sometimes, especially in sport mode, it gets a little aggressive when I'm not expecting it to. And it's a nice welcome surprise. So I like that. So I drove around, came back to my parents' house, went inside, told my dad, like, yeah, the car's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, all right, that's dope. You can do all that from the phone? I was like, yeah, the tunes are on the phone. I love technology, right? And then I remembered, I got an Android phone. I can do an XHP transmission tune. Went right back out to the car. Spent more money on the Play Store. Bought the XHP tune. Got a stage 3 transmission tune on here now. And that is amazing. The engine tune with the transmission tune completely transforms the car. It's such a more fun car right now. I don't know how to describe it. But shortly we'll hit it a little bit once I get to a open road, because I'm actually just riding around the neighborhood right now. So, but the shifts are fast. I'm in sport mode right now. Been in sport mode the whole time. In regular drive mode, it will shift faster and at lower RPMs, but it's still comfortable. And I saw an improvement in gas mileage just because of that. It will get into 6th gear really fast, and then in dash it'll show you D1, 6, whatever gear you're in. And same thing with S when you're in sport, and of course M when you're in manual. So it has the M1, 2, 3, whatever, and S1, 2, 3. So it shows you which gear you're in, and no matter what driving mode. So I like that. And when you put it in manual mode, it's true manual mode now. So there's no upshifts automatically. If you're gonna rev it to red line and drag it out and just hold it there, it will let you destroy your car if you want to. But I do like that because it lets you do a few more things or have better control over the car. It being an automatic, you might want to do some donuts or something, who knows. And it's kind of hard to do that if the cars can keep automatically upshifting when you're in manual mode. But I'm gonna drop the windows and we'll do a little run, because I am still in a residential area, but a little sound clip, and you can hear how it shifts. So kind of rolling right now about 5 miles an hour. I'm gonna shut up. and that was 60, and that was light throttle. I want to say about 60-70%. I don't like flooring this car yet. I've floored it a few times now, but I still have a stock downpipe. I mean, stock charge pipe. Obviously, I got stock downpipes. Still got a stock charge pipe, and I do not want to be stranded in Bridgeport right now. I got to work tomorrow. It's just been slipping my mind to actually go order my charge pipe, and then when I start thinking about it, change my mind on which company to go with like 6 times now. I have a very detailed list on all my products, my iPad, my iPhones. I have 2. My computer, everything syncs. So I have a very detailed list with links to everything that I plan on purchasing and in which order I'm going to purchase. So on that list was several different types of charge pipes, and I kept changing it. So I'm going to go back and do some more research. And hopefully I'll find a company I like. The ECS branded one is a very affordable option, but people are talking about fitment. There's I think it's ARM tuning or AMR. I might be completely screwing that up, but all their stuff is like dirt cheap, but I've seen very mixed reviews on quality. So who knows? I don't know if I'm just gonna end up just spending a bunch of money on something super reliable that I know is gonna work, or trying to find something more economical, because I mean the price gap on charge pipes is ridiculous. The price gap, I mean, you're looking at some on the lower. Oh, all right, so we're gonna punch in because I don't know what happened right there. But on the lower end of the spectrum, you got charge pipes for under $200, and then on the higher end, you got charge pipes that are upwards of $500, $600. So just trying to figure out like where's the medium there and where's the good product. Some of the small stuff that I've done to the car that I forgot to mention, the Lux V7 LED bulbs for the daytime running lights, the angel eyes, the halos, whatever you guys call them. Put those in, love it. And that was right after I re-polished my headlights. I bought like a little cheap kit offline off of Amazon the first time, and pretty much you just wet sanded the headlights, you put a finishing polish on it, and then like a curing coating on top of that that's supposed to really bring the shine out. That first product I bought sucked. It didn't work right. So I took a gamble on another cheap product that had thousands of 5-star reviews, and I'm gonna shout them out now, free promo. But that kit that worked for me was like another $12 Sylvania headlight restoration kit. The difference was their final coating. It's a full hard drying resin, and that stuff is crazy. And you better use the gloves, because if it gets on your hands, you might be screwed, because it will dry quick and you will be stuck to whatever you touch. But yeah, so you go through the same process. You wet sand it with different grits of sandpaper, and then you polish it with their compound. Just wipe it on if you don't want to go through a full polish. But you wipe it on, and then make sure you get all that crap off, clean it off real good, and then you apply the resin thick, liberally, and evenly. That's the key. You gotta go thick with it, because you really only get one attempt at this, and I really didn't understand that because I never worked with that product. So when I put it on the first headlight, and I put it on in a large amount, and it looked like it was getting a little streaky, and I tried to go back over it, and it was already dry. Yeah, make sure you follow the directions. It didn't really mess up how it came out, but me knowing that I did that and I could see the slight imperfection in it, it bothers me. But everybody else just is like, man, did you get new headlights? Nope. $12, buddy. But yeah, that product for $12 is worth every penny. Headlights look crystal clear, look brand new. It's definitely worth it. So Sylvania headlight restorations, been like award winning or something for years. Highly recommended. My headlights in the first place weren't bad, but after I attempted to clean them up, I screwed them. and fixed them now though. Love that. Oh my God, this car is a ride on the highway. But I did stop, handle my business. So yeah, back to Brooklyn on this lovely Sunday evening. And you know what? Till next time, let's get into it.